name is Esther, and I did not grow up in a home that was going to church. But when I was a child, I was sexually abused by my father. I was 4.5 years old. It came to light at about the age of 5.5. And when it was exposed, my parents got a divorce because of that. But then my mother became physically, mentally, verbally, and sexually abusive to me. At that time as a child, I'm just wondering, my parents, they're supposed to love me. Where do I go, but what do I do? Why is this happening to me? I became a stutterer. I felt like I was a black sheep. I would shut off the world, and I would go into my protective shell. I lived in fear all the time. I began looking for love all in the wrong places, for companionship, for acceptance. I tried to fit in anywhere that I could, because I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere at all. I always felt alone. When I became a teenager, I was seeking love, and I fell in love with the first boy that recognized me, and became pregnant and got married. By the time I was 18, I was divorced with 2 little kids. I struggled with years of relationships with friends, family, co-workers. I found myself in another marriage, second marriage, and that ended up in a divorce as well. I just could not connect with anybody. So a few years ago, my church offered divorce care recovery, and I ended up going to that class, and it was a 13-week commitment. And what was showing there, the love that was showing, and the how-to, and that was important for me, was the how-to. Helped me to be able to cope with the divorce and the abandonment, and learning how to do relationships and allowing God to heal me. After that, I was just crying out to the Lord, and I was just asking, what else? I just wanted more. I was so hungry. And Celebrate Recovery, my church started with Celebrate Recovery, and I ended up coming, and I was scared because I didn't trust anybody. I didn't feel safe with anybody. I tried to be the way everybody else wanted me to be. I tried to be like everybody else, but I never felt good. I was never happy. I always thought that if I would laugh and have fun with all of the trouble going on, that I didn't care. And, I just didn't have any self-worth whatsoever. But Celebrate Recovery has helped me to press through and has showed me the steps on how to know who I am in Christ and what my worth is. If I allow God, which I have, to heal me and to trust Him and not to do things on my own understanding, because I'll mess everything up, that He will end up bringing the right people into my life, which He has, to walk me through, to help me walk through whatever life throws my way. What God had carried me through this was Psalms 91. For those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. He will cover you with His feathers. Just think about that, His feathers, just like a mother bird takes her babies when the storms come and just lifts up that wing and puts her babies underneath it. That's what God did with me. He covered me, He carried me, He protected me. And like He did that with me, He can do that with you. He will shelter you with His wings. His faithful promises are your armor and protection.